Howdy, howdy. Sorry again that I'm not here today. I want you to go ahead and get started on the warm-up. I've given you some helpful hints. Hopefully that'll get you started. Please note on this first one that 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces. This is clearly in pounds and ounces. So I'm going to give you a few minutes. Please pause the video so that you can do the warm-up. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. Here I'm looking at a scale factor of multiplying by 6, so whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the, or whatever I do to the top, I do to the bottom. So I have 48 ounces. If I skip count by 16s, 48 ounces is 3 pounds. The correct answer was A. And on number 2, this was another really simple one where you could see a scale factor here. I'm multiplying by 5. So the correct answer was 10. 10 pounds are equivalent to 15 US dollars. All right, let's go ahead and get out your homework. Please take a moment to swap papers with someone else and get out something to grade with. You can pause the video if necessary. Number 1, if the scale factor is 3, that means I need to multiply each coordinate in the point by 3. 6 times 3 is 18, 9 times 3 is 27. My new point would be 1827. If I'm going from 4 to 8 and 3 to 6, my scale factor is 2. Number 3, I have a scale factor of 4, so I'm going to multiply 3 times 4 to get 12, and 5 times 4 to get 20. The scale factor here is times 4, because 6 times 4 is 24, and 7 times 4 is 28. A dilation of a scale factor again of 4 would be B prime would be 16 and 20. The scale factor here from 8 to 24, I'm multiplying by 3, so my scale factor is 3. If I have a scale factor of 7, then on B prime, I would be at 14 and 21 as my point. And 2 times 6 is 12, 4 times 6 is 24, so my scale factor for number 8 is in fact 6. Looking down, you're going to determine if it is true or false. And we're looking at scale factors here to see if in fact they are dilations. So I would take my corner points here, okay, and see what they are, label them, and determine if there is a scale factor to make these dilations bigger. In both of these cases, it is true. They are both true. You are going to count these up, put how many they missed at the top, and have one person from your table please take them. Again, 9 and 10 are both true. Please take them and turn them into the turn-in box. You can pause the video to do so. At the same time, while you're doing that, please pass out the review packet. It looks like this. We're going to get started on our review. I am going to zoom on in so that we have a better viewpoint here. Okay, it says Mrs. Mays draws 2 equilateral triangles on the board. The length of each side of the first triangle is 6 inches, and the length of each side of the second triangle is 27 inches. What scale factor was used to dilate the triangle? I need to figure out 6 times some number is 27. So to do that, you can simply divide. Solving for scale factor, might be a little too much zoomed in. Here we go. 6 times some number is 27. If you don't know what else to do, what can you do? Let's start by eliminating answer choices. Which one of these will make the number smaller? That's right, D. So we can cross off D. If you think about it, 6 times 33, is that going to be 27? No, that's if somebody added the two numbers together. What about 6 times 21? Oh, that's if they subtracted the numbers. I don't even have to divide here. I know my answer is A. But just to make sure, I'm going to go ahead and divide. And in fact, it does go in 4.5 times. So the scale factor is 4.5. Number 2, look at the picture below. Which best represents the side view of this bench? Side view. So if you're standing right here and are looking this way, which is the side view? Take a moment, make your choice. Pause if necessary. The correct answer is A. That best represents the side view. Number 3, this is a basic coordinate pair. Which point has the coordinates negative 3.5 and 5? So I'm going to go over to the left, negative 3.5, and then up 5. Remember, this means to go left, and this means to go up. Left because it's negative, and up because it's positive. So our correct answer is W. Three coordinates of a square are 0, 0. I went ahead and plot that right away because I know where 0, 0 is. Negative 3, negative 2. So I'm going to go left and then down. Negative 3, negative 2. Negative 5 and 1. So I'm going to go over 5 and up 1. And I can see here that these are the coordinates of a square. Please take a moment to try and determine what the coordinate of the fourth vertex would be. Please pause the video. If I took time to plot each of these, negative 1, 5 would be up there. That does not make a square. Negative 2, 3. That looks pretty in line with my square. I'm going to select that tentatively as my answer. Or I go over 2 and then down 3. That's not right. Or over 3 and down 2. Also incorrect. The only one that makes logical sense is B. Okay, Mary drew a pentagon and line PQ on a coordinate grid as shown below. In her drawing, line PQ is located at x is equal to 5. We don't really need to know that information, but it is nice. Okay? If Mary reflects the pentagon over the line PQ, what will be the coordinates over the reflected image of point R? To best do this, I'm going to try to figure out about how far this is away and reflect it that same distance this direction. So you'll see that R, to get to line PQ, I have 1, 2, and then almost about half. So I'm going to go back 1, 2, and almost about half. So my R prime is going to be right there. I'd like you to take a moment and see which of these points you think best fits that point. as I go through the points, I notice that R's y coordinate is 4.3. So I'm going to eliminate the 4.4 answers because those are not correct. Now I'm going to go back and look. If this is 5, how far from 5 is 2.2? Because I've noticed that these two are pretty close, so my estimate may not be helping me. I need to be 2.8 away from 5. So I'm going to add 5 to 2.8, and I'm going to hammer out that my answer is in fact C. Alright, now we're going to do some perspective problems, and you guys are rock stars at these, which is awesome. It says the top, front, and side views of a solid figure made of cubes are shown below. Which solid figure is best represented by these views? They give us the front view. You should use that to help you first match up the fronts. We can eliminate 2 answer choices now. Which 2 answer choices are those? I hope you guys said B and C. Now all I have to decide is if my side and my top fit with A or with D. I'm going to use my side next just because I was working backwards. I'm going to check and see if it's 3 on the left and 1 on the right. You can also check to see the top view to guarantee that the top view makes a backward C shape. Determine, does A make a backward C shape or does D make a backward C shape? The correct answer is D. Please make sure and be stopping the video anytime you need more time per student. Number 7. The following is a square pyramid. Which of the following shows the bottom view of this pyramid? That means looking from underneath. Please take a moment, select your answers, pause the video. The correct answer is B. It's a square pyramid. Number 8. Which of the following transformations maps figure A onto figure B? Okay, well let's look. The first thing I notice is that it doesn't seem like just one transformation has happened. It appears that 2 have. So I'm going to try figuring out A, B, C, and D and see which one matches. It says translate figure A 3 units right and 2 units down. This has only a translation. I have already noticed that it looks like my figure has been reflected, so I'm going to eliminate that answer choice. B says translate figure A 3 units right, so I'm going to start with 1 point. 1, 2, 3. Move this one, 1, 2, 3. And move this point, 1, 2, 3. Then it says to reflect it across the x-axis. And if you notice, these points line up on either side of our reflection line. So I'm going to think that maybe B is correct. But I'm going to check with C and D. So first it wants me to reflect over the Y. Then I need to move left. That doesn't make any sense. I'd be way over here in the wrong quadrant. D says to reflect across the y-axis. Well, that's not going to make sense because I know I'm reflecting across the x. So B is in fact the correct answer. Number 9 is really a big question because it takes up a lot of space. Okay? It says, what will be the new position of triangle PQR after it is translated 6 units right and 5 units up? Please pause the camera and take time to translate the figure. I'm going to move my points 6 right and 5 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hang on, I just lost my train of thought. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then all I have to do is find my point. Make sure that I find the answer choice that has these 3 points on it. And that would be answer choice B. Number 10. The vertices of triangle PQR are located at these points. The triangle can be plotted on the grid below. Let's go ahead and plot those now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up 2. Q would be -2, up 5. And R is -1, -1. It says it's first reflected over the y-axis and then reflected over the x-axis. What are the coordinates of the vertices for the resulting triangle? Please take time to do that. Pause the camera now. Pause the video now. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and reflect my points. I'm 1 away from the y-axis this way, so I'm going to be 1 away on that side. Here at Q, I'm 1, 2 away, so I'm going to be 1, 2 away here. And at P, I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's my first thing I did was reflected across the y. And now I have to reflect it across the x. So instead of 1, -1, I'm going to be at 1, +1. I'm going to check my points here, and it looks like B is my only one that is 1, +1. But I'm going to go ahead and finish reflecting my points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This was Q, so now it is Q prime. And that is at 2, -5, which is what B says. And I am 1, 2, so I need to be 1, 2. And my P prime should be at 5, -2. Number 11, which is a dilation, bigger or smaller, of ABC, triangle ABC with a scale factor of 2/3. The first thing you have to remember about scale factors is it's got to be the same shape with the same angles. So I'm going to immediately cross off A and B. Then I'm going to ask you to try and figure out what is 2/3 of 9. because 2/3 of 9, 2/3 times 9 is going to be your new corner here. So if you don't remember, you can multiply. And then you need 2/3 of 6/1. Please take time to solve now. The correct answer is D. This would be 1/3 right here. All right, let's look at number 12. Figure ABCD prime is the dilation of figure ABCD. So I'm going from here to here. What is the scale factor used to create it? How do you get from 4 to 8 and from 12 to 24? Take a moment to decide. Pause if necessary. The correct answer is C. And last but not least on your review is question 13. The rectangle below is dilated by a scale factor of 3.5 to create a new rectangle. What is the perimeter of the new rectangle? First thing you need to know is that perimeter is 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. And now we need to apply our scale factor. Obviously it's going to be bigger. So to figure out what our new sides are going to be, you must apply the scale factor. Please pause the video and take time to find the new sides and also then to find the perimeter. Okay, so I'm going to start off by multiplying 3.5 times 5 and 3.5 times 9. 5 times 5 is 25. That's 15 plus 2 is 17. Then 5 times 9 is 45. Carry your 4. 3 times 9 is 27. 28, 29, 30, 31. Now I'm going to multiply each of those times 2, like it says to do in my formula. 5 times 2 is 10, carry my 1. 2 times 7 is 14, plus 1 is 15, carry my 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. 5 times 2 again is 10, carry my 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. And 2 times 3 is 6. 63 plus 35 gives me a total of 98 inches for the perimeter. If there's any time left in class, you may work on your homework. I'll see you guys tomorrow.